Ares, I know my last video on my projection of warriors was terrible. I don't know what you expect. You're the god of war, not me. You're gonna have to make the next warrior video. Hey everybody, Zeus Laser here, and today as a part of my Raiding Simplified series, I am going to be bringing you the new boss as of patch 2.1, Ultima's Weapon. Now this fight is split up into 4 phases, and the first 3 phases are abilities of the hard mode primals that we have seen previous to this. So before going into this, tanks, just know that you'll be getting a stacking debuff, and when this debuff stacks to 5, it is an automatic one-shot on the tank. It's really almost impossible to heal through. So you want to taunt that off at around 3 stacks, what I've noticed helps a lot. And phase 1 is Garuda. So Garuda lights up the room, and the way to avoid this ability is to just make sure that you are facing Garuda, and you want it to blow you backwards, not towards the green beam. And throughout this fight will be an ability called Tank Purge. Tank Purge cannot be interrupted. And all it is an AoE ability that just needs to be healed through. It really doesn't hit that hard. So another ability that Garuda has is an AoE circle on the outside of the room. And what you do is you just clear yourself of the purple circle. The second it goes off, you just run back to the outside to avoid Titan's Geo Crush. So that is all of phase 1 there with Garuda. Tanks, just make sure that you're swapping at around 2 to 3 stacks, because if you get 5 stacks, it's an automatic kill on the tank. Like I said, it's pretty much impossible to heal through. So once again, we're going to be seeing Garuda. She's in the center of the room. And I thought I was clear of the green beam, but I faced myself the wrong way and I almost got blown back right into her AoE. So make sure you don't do that. I recommend that you set your off tank to focus so you can track their stacks and let them know when they should be anticipating you coming in and taunting. When you are not tanking, make sure that you're helping your group with certain abilities. So now we're into Titan. Titan casts that fire at the start of the phase on the outside of the room, and the second that fire goes off, you want to make sure that you're running back out because Weight of the Land comes immediately after that every single time. So Ifrit's fire, dodge it the second that goes off, dodge Weight of the Land, just running back, basically just right to where the fire spawned. You just want to go in and out. That's how easy that fight is, and that's all of Titan. So where it goes, fire's in the middle, I'm clear of it, and the second it goes off, I just run towards the middle because I know Weight of the Land is coming immediately after. So make sure that you're aware of that every single time it comes through, and we'll be seeing that once again. Now this time it's going to be like the start of the phase where the fire goes on the outside of the room. The second the fire goes off, I just run back to the outside, as you're going to see right here. So the fire goes off, I run towards the center, fire goes off, I just run all the way to the outside, clearing myself Weight of the Land. That's literally all you need to worry about in phase 2. Tank purges and just dodging that ability that I showed you there, which is just in and out. So now we're going to be dealing with Ifrit, and this is where things get a little tricky. Ifrit casts Eruption at the start of his phase, and you just need to make sure you're staying mobile. There's no way to stop the eruption from going off, so make sure that you're being aware of where the eruption is landing. So we're going to be seeing that fire ability again that we saw in phase 2. We will continue to see the tank purges. And now we're going to be seeing Ifrit charge. Now there's only one Ifrit. It's not like hard mode where you see 3 of them. And make sure you note that he always charges down the center of the room. So when you're looking for him, know that he will be positioned somewhere on the outside, that he is going to be charging towards the center. I can't stress that enough when anticipating his charges. So he just continues to do the fire on the ground, and he marks the middle of the room when he's about to charge towards the center. So just make sure you're clear of that. And that's basically where he's going to be charging. It's not always followed by that fire path, but that's definitely a good rule of thumb to anticipate where Ifrit is going to be. He charges about 4 or 5 times in this fight, so after he's done charging, he continues to cast Eruption, and we are probably going to be seeing one more charge phase as we go into the last phase. So the fires are going to be coming up again, and Ifrit's going to be charging as we push ourselves into the last phase with abilities that we have not seen before from the other primals. So the last part of this phase requires pretty good coordination. So as you can see here is the Rhythmic Boom. The Rhythmic Boom shoots you back, and these lasers spawn, or these orbs spawn, connected by the lasers immediately after. What I recommend to do is mark a ranged DPS, and you stack on him after the boom, and you guys all hit the orbs together, because that disperses the damage of the orbs blowing up. You only need to kill one side of the connected orbs in order for them to both blow up. So make sure you know that. So another ability in this phase is he's going to shoot lasers back that are a teal color, and the lasers you can just easily just strafe left and right of them. It's a very easy ability to dodge, and just note that he is going to be doing that throughout this whole entire phase. So do not forget about this ability as the other abilities come, because this will also come as well. And as you can see here, it's the tank purge, as always, and now you get to see the Magatech bits. And what these bits do, the first time they spawn is in the center of the room, and they cast these blue lasers that you can easily dodge. I recommend to set your camera angle above you so you can find portions of the lasers that you can stand in, making yourself clear of the damage. My tank died, so I take it on the outside, which is okay, because the Magatech bits spawn underneath them those little circles that shoot off, it looks like sound waves almost. And the way that you mitigate that ability and take the least amount of damage from that is just running as far away from it as possible. And remember, that circular ability spawns at the Magatech bit's feet. So that's where you're going to know where to run out towards when you see that ability spawn. So the fight proceeds as normal. You're going to be seeing the lasers, the tank purges, the tanks need to swap back and forth according to their stacks. And another ability is this teal orb that he spawns. And remember, that does not come after the arithmetic boom. That's the purple lasers. This orb that I'm talking about just spawns randomly throughout the fight. So make sure that you're not running into it. All you need to do is just kite away from it and let it just blow up. See, as you can see here, my raid member gets hit by it, but once he gets hit by it, it's not the end of the world. We can heal through it. But the boom comes off, so the orbs are going to spawn after the boom. And I'm not tanking, so I'm just going to help my group eat this damage. The more people that are in the orbs, the less damage that you're going to take. So you're probably going to be seeing 3 of those arithmetic booms in this phase. And like I said, just make sure you're stacking on a ranged target and eating the orbs together as possible. Watching out for the tank purges and tanks. Just make sure you're watching your off-tank stacks. And that is basically all of this phase here, and I will show you the part that it gets tricky as it comes. So we're going to get the bits again, and this time, like I said, they spawn on the outside of the room. So tanks, set your camera angle above your head, and just look for those small portions of those lasers that you can stand yourself in so you're not drastically moving the boss. And remember, those green lasers will be coming during this phase, so do not forget about those. So the Magatech booms, the Magatech bits, like I said, they cast that ability underneath them. All you need to do is run towards the center to get yourself as far away from it as possible. I ran towards the center as the tank. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. Nobody got cleaved, so I would recommend doing that because that is a lot less damage that you're going to take. So the second we avoid that, we go ahead and proceed to kill the Magatech bits as normal. As we anticipate the last arithmetic boom, that I will show you where to use Limit Break. So just a quick recap as we go. And I know I recap a lot, but I want to make this as simple as possible and embed these abilities in your head. So the green lasers that spawn behind him, the arithmetic boom, which needs to be stacked upon, and you eat the orbs together. You get the teal orb that spawns, as it did here, and you just want to kite this ability, kite the orb. You just want to make yourself go away from it and just let it blow up. It does not shoot you back when it blows up. It just blows up and doesn't do any damage if nobody gets hit by it. And we got to watch out for the tank purges that come out throughout the whole entire fight, which just does an AoE damage that can easily be healed through. So this is the last part, and this is a strategy that I'm going to show you that my group did to get this boss down. There might be a more effective way to do this, but I'm not sure as of now. So the last boom's going to come off right here, and what we do is I use hollow ground before it goes off. I get shot back opposite of my group. I limit break. They're on the other side, and as you can see, the orbs are heading towards each other opposite of where my group is. So I have hollow ground up, and I just eat those orbs before they connect because my group would not be able to get there fast enough. That was the strategy we used to deal with that last arithmetic boom because the orbs, it is very time dependent, and there's a lot of damage going out. That's why we use the limit break. After that ability goes off, the fight is basically over. It's just a tank and spank. You will not be seeing any of the other abilities. All you need to watch out for is the lasers that he shoots behind him, and you go ahead and just nuke the boss as normal. That's the fight, guys. I hope this helped. I tried my best to reference the abilities I'm using to the best of my knowledge. I didn't know the exact names. I just wanted to use as a reference point as this fight is still very new. And this boss drops level 80 accessories. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will stop this video before the cutscene so there is no spoilers. See you all next time.